You know, running that spray of Andes, the rising sun. I can't, you know, he's gonna turn out like that. He's gonna be a ripper, and he's gonna probably win world titles. Who knows?
So cool to see that. Then his uncle Bruce got out there, competed in the event. Now they're all looking on at the final to see who the top 2 will be at the end of this heat to move on to take on the top 34. But more importantly, the guys on top of the Jeep leaderboard. John Florence, world number 1. Gabriel Medina, world number 2. will be fighting with these wild cards out of the gate spots maybe as early as tomorrow as we look at a pretty healthy look in Surfline forecast. First wave of the final, we're getting started with Benji Brand. He goes straight down, hoping for the quick start. Benji Brand with a 1.0, Dusty a 0.23. Brand wants another opportunity, this time running after the barrel of pipe. Clampy section.
Northwest, so there's a little bit of wind out here, but I don't think it's going to affect it any more than it already has. So I really feel like there's some big runners down there, as you're seeing right there. I mean, it's really just beautiful out here, and the lefts are still barreling. I think these guys are really going to come away with some big scores out here. All this extra energy in his surfing right now, and that's something that's going to pay off.
Good man was Benji Brand locking in on the backhand. A tight section there to try to max the tube time. He'll sneak out of there. He's had a couple of ones, staying really active.
So you want to get a couple of quick ones. Let's have a look at this one here from Seth Moniz. Draws around, hits the brakes, slides up the front of the board, and just gets absolutely piped. That's a beautiful wave right there from Seth. And once he kicked out, we saw the camera pan back to the lineup. We saw Jack Robinson splashing the water, kind of with maybe a little bit of anger. So the question is, did he have priority and did he let that go? That could have been a missed opportunity there if that was the case. Benji Brand on his backhand, nice little tight barrel. You know, in waves of consequence, he's no doubt amazing. We'll get back to that.
Seth Moniz, not much on offer there. Up and out, holds his lead with 24 to go.
You know, no doubt is we never doubt the ability of Jack in big waves, big hollow barreling waves. Obviously, that's his forte, but
there's just those little things in heat strategy to go the difference in a world title race. Dusty Payne pulling in, quick barrel at backdoor, and he's out of there.
Trying to get his first real wave. Here we go.
Now just pulling in right under the hood. Wave spits without Jack Robinson.
Oh, and the guys are dropping scores on you. Then all of a sudden you catch a closeout. Dusty Payne on his first proper wave. Just 4 points on that. So there's the backup. Slides in nice and clean, using both those hands to slow himself down, and kicks on out. Jack Robinson, a smaller wave. Maybe a bad wave choice there, using his priority. But knowing now, look, I've got to catch a wave. I've got to get in this game. You know, the longer I sit, the more pressure's going to build, and then mistakes are going to happen. I don't really expect to have to paddle out there. Here we go.
Benji Brand, nice tight positioning. This thing staying wide open. Brand laying down the rail for a finishing move. Setting up a little layback hack on the inside corner. So Benji's best wave so far.
Naked lefts. I mean, no one's really utilizing the left, so everyone's looking at the right. Here he goes as he pulls in nice and clean.
Beautiful vision there. And how about the maneuver spots?
Yeah, I love the maneuvers. And you know what? Why not finish off with a bang? Why not finish off with a good solid turn? You heard Jack Robinson talk about the fact that you come out of the barrel with tons of speed. There's a nice little ramp there, but Benji, beautiful swooping turn. Finished off with a couple of nice maneuvers.
Now scores locking in for Brand. Looks like enough to take the lead. More waves on the way. Jack Robinson, nice and deep. A messy barrel section is going to take him straight down.
Yeah, Jack's wave selection just not quite on point at the moment.
It just comes down to how well you surf the wave and how you can really put yourself in the right spot at the right time, as well as confidence. Right now we see him just catching wave after wave. He's got a great flow. I feel like we talked about in the beginning of this heat is whoever found the rhythm is the one that's going to really make a run for the #1 or #2 spot.
A fairly good score. Then you couple that with a good tube ride and come flying out the end, then you're looking at excellent scores. So you really got to understand the criteria.
Having a look now, Jack Robinson pulls in late, once again goes down. So Jack feeling the heat, already past the halfway mark.
Jersey and all. I mean, a two-wave hold down at the bay will do it.
Having a look now and slamming on the brakes is Seth Moniz. Sneaks out the low road and hops out of there. Remember, Seth had the 6.5 early.
That's a definite keeper. As you see Dusty go down, and beautiful snap, slows it down, pulls in. That's a great little backup. Good positioning, good timing, good wave selection too. You know, you want to find those ones that are nice and clean. You see, it's more of an insider, so it's got that clean face to it. Perfect right there. Dad's going to be happy with that one, Seth. He's going to back up that 6.5 and put himself in a good position, Joe.
Really amazing approach. So stylish, so light on his feet. And I like his approach on a barrel. His big scores haven't come from that big free fall out of the sky. It's been that delayed setup. Why was he so tough to beat? What were some of his biggest strengths as a competitor? Back to that with Dusty having a look. Staying nice and hollow. Payne gets spit out. Perfect timing.
Wow.
To get himself involved in the final.
Dusty Payne needing a 5.84, Joe. It was a smaller one, but look at it. It hits the reef nicely, slows himself down. Now he's in the barrel, and this thing just grew as it went down. It got hollower and spits as he comes out. So Dusty Payne looking to move up into the top 2, Joe. Good wave selection, and again, it wasn't the biggest set wave, was it? It was one of the smaller ones. Came a little bit more inside, got nice and clean, and got better as it went down the line. Look at that, perfect. Comes out with the spit. Judge is going to love that.
What a beautiful read from Dusty Payne. Remember, Potsy was saying, I'm not going to rush myself. I'm not going to try to catch 1,000 waves. I'll just find the ones I can make. And what a dream wave there in the final. 8:50 on the clock. Another wave in motion. Robinson just too deep. Even showing frustration for the first time in this contest, because he's starting to know that he is running out of time. 8:35, slamming on the brakes is Benji Brand. Fights his way for a finish.
Oh, this kid's good, isn't he?
Especially on his back end.
I mean, he's been coming out of every single barrel he pulls into.
Late takeoff for Seth. Pulls up and under a heavy section. Spotted a little exit that he tried to pull off, but ends up wearing that whole lip on the head.
Now watch him when he gets to the bottom here. There's just no hesitation that he's going to go in the barrel. No second thought whatsoever. It's all about getting the tube and trying to get out of it. And Seth is just on point right now. Look at that. There's one of those later drops that you were asking for, Joe. Straight up into the tube. And unfortunately, that thing just crumbled down. That's due to the wind. The onshore wind is crumbling the face, so harder to come out the barrel. But not if you're Benji Brand, though. He's been fighting his way out. Why? Because he's got that extra point of contact. He's got that rail grab.
And think about a wild card opportunity for Payne in the main event with all the experience he has as we take another look.
Yeah, what a wave. There's a little gem. It was a little gift right there. And you know what? Every now and again, a little bit of luck needs to go your way to win these things. Dusty Payne, he's had his fair share of bad luck with injuries and whatnot.
And the crazy part about this heat, Jack Robinson still needs 2 new scores. Jack's up again, and this one's not going to get him out of that combination spot.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? I mean, Jack's been looking unstoppable this entire event.
Dusty Payne now feeling safe for his win as we're into the countdown. All eyes on Moniz. He's found a little opportunity here, and he needs a 5.51, goes to turns. Big backside snap for Moniz, and nothing left on the inside corner. It's been all about the barrel today, as it looks like Dusty Payne and Benji Brand have taken the top 2 spots to move on into the Billabong Pipe Masters tomorrow.
Wow, well, Dusty Payne looking good, and I think for him, really, he's kind of saved his best for last.